Hey guys, today on Mesha's Corner I'm going to be making pepper steak mac and cheese. I'll be using skirt steak and I'll also be using Anaheim chili peppers. They're not as hot as jalapenos, so if you can eat jalapenos, then you could definitely eat Anaheims. Besides, I'm going to be taking all the seeds out. Let's get started. Okay, so I have my skillet screaming hot, like screaming hot, and I'm going to add my steak in. Okay, so I put my steak in a screaming hot skillet with a little bit of oil on one side. We're just going to let this go for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to flip it and let it do another 5 minutes. Okay, so I have some melted butter going, and I chopped up my Anaheim peppers really thin, as thin as I could get them, and I'm just going to saute them just to get the edge off. Yeah, it's going in the oven, but you know, just to be safe, I want to get the edge off the pepper. So just saute these in butter, salt and pepper for about three or 4 minutes or so. And then we're going to start building our mac and cheese. In the meantime, you can start cutting up your steak into little cubes. And yeah, in my pot I have 3 tablespoons of butter melting. To that, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of flour. You're just gonna stir this around, and we're gonna cook this flour out for about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay guys, so my flour cooked out for about 4 minutes or so. Now I'm going to add 3 cups of milk. And then you're just going to keep stirring. Stirring until this comes to a boil and thicken up for you. And then we're going to put it all together. Now that my milk has come to a boil and thickened, I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. I'm putting a lot of black pepper in mine. About a teaspoon of my favorite hot sauce. And I'm going to add sharp cheddar and Monterey Jack cheese mixed blend. So when you add your cheese, turn the stove off. So add your cheese all in here. And that's 2 8-ounce package of Monterey Jack and extra sharp cheddar. It should thicken up right away for you, just like that. See how cheesy that is? And just keep stirring and turn the heat off. Salt is optional, but if you want to put salt in here, you can. I didn't put it because of the cheese, and the cheese can be salty, so make sure you taste your food. To my boiled noodles, I added some melted butter and maybe a 1/4 cup of chopped scallions or so. And then now I'm going to add all my cheese sauce in here. Stir this up. I'm doing it in my bowl first because we're gonna layer the peppers and the beef like a lasagna type of thing. So okay, I'm gonna add the rest of my cheese sauce, and then we're going to assemble the mac and cheese. Okay, now I'm going to layer the mac and cheese. I'm going to start with putting half of my mixture into my pan, spread it out, and then you're going to take the peppers we did earlier and just sprinkle them all over. Then we're going to take the beef and sprinkle that all over. Then we're going to get some more cheese, some of the Monterey Jack sharp cheddar blend, and go over this just like this. Just never have enough cheese, right? And then I'm going to take the rest of my mac and cheese and just cover it right on top. Spread it out. Then I'm going to take the rest of my peppers and scatter them all over. Take the rest of your beef, steak, whatever. I only season my skirt steak with some oregano, salt, pepper, and paprika. I didn't put much of anything on there. I have a little bit of cheese sauce left. I'm just gonna put it on here and just kind of spread it out. It's not gonna get all over, but if you have some left, just make sure you put it on there. And then the obvious, we're gonna cover the whole entire thing with our Monterey Jack cheddar cheese blend. This is going in the oven at 350 for about 45 minutes to 50 minutes. So the cheese can melt, get bubbly, and everything can marry together. I'm going to cover this the first 30 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna uncover it for the rest of the time. Okay, so after about 50 minutes to an hour, this is what my pepper steak mac and cheese looks like. Right this second, I can't cut it open because I am bringing this to a family member's house. Thanks for watching. Try this recipe out and more. Thanks for your support, and come back.